I want to welcome you to the town of Hudson's Hub Station Arts and Business Center. They were very pleased to support this program by offering the use of this space free, and we are so thankful. In years past, we've used a multitude of locations, but I believe this one is going to work out fine for us. The town of Hudson, Hub Station, Caldwell Arts Council, where I work, Caldwell County Schools, Keith Hindman is here. He's the curriculum coordinator for Caldwell County Schools, middle schools, and many others have come together to make this program possible for your students. There's an art gallery in-house, there's a business incubator in-house. It's growing and helping to present the arts into Hudson and further into Caldwell County, so we welcome you. I want to thank the parents and teachers too, because y'all have had to listen to these monologues over and over. We'll let y'all perform another day. We have 23 competitors, I believe, today. We had 24 sign up. We have them coming from Alexander County, Avery, Caldwell, Wilkes, Burke, and Watauga counties. If you know anybody in Catawba County, tell them they missed out. They should have sent someone. We also welcome Garrett Stell from the News Topic, who will be in and out, and he may want to speak to some of you students after the performances. So if somebody strange walks up to you, it's okay. He'll have a News Topic name badge. Here's how the competition will work. The students will come up. They will say who they are and what school they're with. They will tell you the name of the piece they're performing, and then they will set the scene, they will set the context, and then they will launch into their monologue. After they have done their monologue, feel free to clap, they'll go sit down. There will be a minute or so in between competitors to allow the time for judges to do their judging sheets. And then I'll point to the next student to come up. I want to remind everyone, turn off your cell phones. Don't even have them on vibrate, because that is very disrupting to a student trying to recite. So without further ado, we will start with Much Ado About Something.
Good afternoon. My name is Simone Miller. I am representing Harmonic Haven Arts Academy. This afternoon, I have prepared a monologue from Shakespeare's timeless tragedy, Hamlet. My monologue comes from Act 3, Scene 3, where I will be portraying Claudius. At this moment in time, Claudius is pondering whether or not he can receive forgiveness for murdering his brother. Oh, my offense is rank. It smells to heaven. It hath the primal eldest curse upon it, a brother's murder. Pray, can I not, though inclination be as sharp as will, my stronger guilt defeats my strong intent, and like a man to double business bound, I stand in pause where I shall first begin, and both neglect. What if this cursed hand were thicker than itself with brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in the sweet heavens to wash it white as snow? Whereto serves mercy but to confront the visage of offense? And what's in prayer but this twofold force, to be forestalled ere we come to fall, or pardoned being down? Then I'll look up. My fault is past. That cannot be, since I am still possessed of these effects for which I did the murder. My crown, my own ambition, and my queen. May one be pardoned and retain the offense? In the corrupted currents of this world, offense's gilded hand may shove by justice, and oft 'tis seen the wicked prize itself buys out the law. But 'tis not so above. There is no shuffling. There the action lies in his true nature, and we ourselves are compelled even to the teeth and forehead of our faults to give an evidence. What then? What rests? Try what repentance can. Yet what can it, when one cannot repent? Oh, wretched state! Oh, bosom black as death! Oh, lime soul that struggling to be free art more engaged! How angels make assay, bow stubborn knees and heart with strings of steel, be soft as sinews of the newborn babe. All may be well. He kneels.
Hello, my name is Tyler Earl. My monologue comes from 12th Night, and my character is Viola. This is Act 2, Scene 2, and in this scene, Viola has just come back from delivering a message to Olivia. Viola is disguised as a man, and Olivia doesn't know this and actually starts to like her and sends a ring after her. Viola is repulsed and starts to realize in this scene that Olivia likes her. I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outsides have not charmed her. She made a good view of me. Indeed, so much sure methought her eyes had lost her tongue. For she does speak and starts distractedly. She loves me. Sure, the cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring, he sent her none. I'm the man, if it be so. As it is, poor lady, it were better she loved a dream. Disguise I see, thou art wickedness, wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms? Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we. For such we made of, such we be. How will this fade? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, is fond as much on him. Oh, and she mistaking seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am a man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, oh, now alas the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this. Not I. It's too hard a knot for me to untie. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jacob Williams. I'm from Watauga High School, and I'll be performing Autolycus's monologue from The Winter's Tale in Act 4, Scene 3. In this scene, Autolycus, a rogue, offers to help a clown and a shepherd meet the king in order to protect themselves from the king's actions. He has a son who shall be flayed alive, then set on the head of a wasp's nest. There stand till he be 3/4 and a dram dead. Then recovered again with aqua vitae or some hot infusion. Then, raw as he is, and in the hottest day, prognostication proclaims, shall he be set against a brick wall, the sun looking with a southwardly eye upon him, where he is to behold with him flies blown to death. But what we talk of these traitorly rascals, their offenses being so capital, their miseries to be smiled at? Tell me, for you seem to be honest, plain men, what you are to the king. Being something gently considered, I will bring you where he is aboard, tender your persons to his presence, whisper him in your behalfs. And if it be in man, besides the king to effect your suits, here is man shall do it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Reagan Connard, and I go to Caldwell Early College High School. I'll be performing a soliloquy from Romeo and Juliet, Act 2, Scene 5. At this point in the play, Romeo and Juliet have just met as of last night, and they've decided they're going to get married. We pick back up with Juliet awaiting the news her nurse brings of her lover. The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour, she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. That is not so. Oh, she is lame! Love's herald should be thoughts, which 10 times faster glide than the sun's beams, driving back shadows over luring hills. And therefore do nimble pinioned doves draw love, and therefore hath the wind-swift Cupid's wings. Oh, but now is the sun upon the hindmost hill of this day's journey. From 9 till 12 is 3 hours long, yet she is not come. Had she affections and warm youthful blood, she would be as swift in motion as a ball. My words would bandy her to my sweet love and his to me. Oh, but old folk, many feign as they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, and pale as lead. Oh God, she comes. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Catherine McCoy. I'm from High Brighton High School, and today I'll be performing for you Helena's monologue from Act 3, Scene 2 of A Midsummer Night's Dream. In this monologue, Helena and Lysander have been arguing because Helena believes that Lysander and Demetrius' love for her is fake. It's all a joke. So when Hermia comes onto scene, completely enraptured with Lysander and asking why he's in love with Helena and not her, she begins to believe that Hermia's in on the jest too. Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they've conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent, when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, oh, is it all forgot? All school days' friendship, childhood innocence, we, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both on one sampler, sitting on one cushion, both warbling of one song, both in one key, as if our hands, our sides, voices, and minds had been incorporate. So we grew together, like to a double cherry, seeming parted, but yet an union in partition. Two lovely berries molded on one stem, so with two seeming bodies but one heart. Two of the first, like coats in heraldry, due but to one and crowned with one crest. And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? 'Tis not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury. Scene. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Olivia Stegall, and I'm from Watauga High School. I will be portraying Ariel from The Tempest, Act 4, Scene 1. In this monologue, Ariel, a spirit of the island she inhabits, is relaying to her master, Prospero, how she managed to misguide a drunken group who was just cast upon the island. I told you, sir, they were red hot with drinking, so fun of valor that they smote the air for breathing in their faces. beat the ground for kissing of their feet, yet always bending towards their project. So I beat my tabor, at which, like unbacked colts, they pricked their ears, advanced their eyelids, lifted up their noses, as they smelt music. So I charmed their ears, that calf-like day my lowing followed through tooth briars, sharp furzes, pricking goss, and thorns that entered their frail shins. At last I left them in the filthy mantled pool beyond your cell, there dancing up to the chins that the foul lake o'erstunk their feet. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Taya Blunt from Alexander Early College. I will be playing Lady Macbeth from Macbeth, Act 5, Scene 1. In this scene, her mental state is deteriorating as she has convinced her husband to commit a murder. This is also referred to as her sleepwalking scene.
Yet here's a spot. Out, damn spot! Out, I say! 1, 2, why then, 'tis the time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie! A soldier and a feared? What need we fear who knows it, when none can call our power to account? Yet, who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him? The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What, will these hands never be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more. You mar all with this starting. Here's the smell of blood still. All the perfumes in Arabia could not sweeten this little hand. Wash your hands, put on your nightgown. Look not so pale, I tell you yet again, Banquo is buried. He cannot come out on's grave. To bed, to bed. There's a knocking at the gate. Come, 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 come. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed, to bed, to bed.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Matthew Reap, and I am representing Avery County High School. Today, I will be reciting to you Act 5, Scene 1 of A Midsummer Night's Dream, as Theseus, king of Athens, and husband-to-be of Hippolyta, queen of the Amazons. And I have just heard the most outlandish story from my wife-to-be about these Athenian lovers being lost in the woods, enchanted by fairies, falling in and out of love. More strange than true, I never may believe, these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies, that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold. That is, the madman, the lover, all as frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt. The poet's eye, in fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven, and as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes, and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks had strong imagination, that if it would but apprehend some joy, then it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or, in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed a bear?
Hello, my name is Amanda Lynn, and I attend Caldwell Early College. And today I'll be reciting Phoebe's monologue from As You Like It, Act 3, Scene 5. Phoebe's monologue is about two people, Phoebe and Sylvius. Sylvius is a young man who is madly in love with Phoebe, but Phoebe doesn't feel the same. Sylvius then asks Phoebe not to reject him so harshly, but then compares her to a cold-hearted executioner. And this is her response. I would not beat thy executioner. I fly thee, for I would not injure thee. Thou tell'st me there is murder in mine eye. 'Tis pretty, sure, and very probable, that eyes that are the frailest and softest things, who shut their coward gates on enemies, should be called tyrants, butcherers, murderers. Now, I do frown on thee with all my heart. If my eyes can wound, now let them kill thee. Now, counterfeit to swoon, why now fall down? Or if thou canst not, oh, for shame, for shame! Lie not to say mine eyes are murderers. Now show the wound my eye hath made in thee. Scratch thee with a pin, and there remains some scar of it. Lean upon a rush, the cicatrice and incapable of pressure, thy palm some moment keeps. But now mine eyes, which I have darted at thee, hurt thee not, nor am I sure there's force in eyes that can do hurt. Thank you.
Afternoon, my name is Anais Rillo Gonzalez, and I am from the Caldwell Early College High School. And today I'll be performing Act 2, Scene 2 of the infamous Romeo and Juliet. And we begin the scene with our love-struck Juliet as she sits atop of her balcony, coming from the Capulet party, having met the love of her life, Romeo. But having discovered that he's a Montague, someone her own family doesn't even want to associate with, it causes her heartbreak and wonder why he has to be this way, and why he even has to be named Romeo. And we begin the scene as Juliet. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, then be but sworn, my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet. 'Tis thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes. Without that title, Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no longer a part of thee, take all myself. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Justin Smith, and I'm from the Caldwell Early College High School. I'll be performing today a monologue from Act 3, Scene 1 of Henry V by King Henry. Henry has declared war on France over land. The King of France, in a desperate attempt for peace, has offered his daughter's hand in marriage. Henry has refused, turning his cannons to the French city and rallying his army for another charge. Once more into the breach, dear friends, once more, or close the wall up with our English dead. In peace, nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility. But when the blast of war blows in our ears, then imitate the actions of the tiger. Stiffen the sinews, summon up the blood, disguise fair nature with hard-favored rage. Lend the eye a terrible aspect, let it pry through the portage of the head, like the brass cannon that the brow o'erwhelm it as fearfully as doth a galled rock. Orang and Jutty, his confounded base, swill with the wild and wasteful ocean. Now set the teeth, stretch the nostril wide, hold hard the breath, and bend up every spirit to his full height. On, you noblest English, whose blood is fed from fathers of war proof. Fathers that, like so many Alexanders, have in these parts from morn till even fought, and sheathed their swords for lack of argument. Dishonor not your mothers. Now attest that those whom you called fathers did beget you. Be copy now to men of grosser blood, and teach them how to war. And you, good yeomen, whose limbs were made in England, show us here the mettle of your pasture. Let us swear that you are worth your breeding, which I doubt not, for none of you are so mean and base that hath not a noble luster in your eyes. I see you stand like greyhounds in the slips, straining upon the start. The game's afoot. Follow your spirit, and upon this charge cry God for Harry, England, and St. George. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Marina Ahmed, and I attend Caldwell Early College High School. Today, I'll be reciting Rosalind's monologue from Act 3, Scene 5, from the play As You Like It. In this scene, we have Rosalind, who is eavesdropping on the conversation between Syllabus and Phoebe. Syllabus is confessing his undying love towards Phoebe, and from Rosalind's point of view, Phoebe rudely rejects him. So Rosalind feels the need to step in and set Phoebe straight. And from now on, I'll be acting as Rosalind. And why, I pray you? Who might be your mother that you insult, exult, and all at once over the wretched? What though you have no beauty, as by my faith, I see no more in you than without candle may go dark to bed. Must you be, therefore, proud and pitiless? Why? What means this? Why do you look on me? I see no more in you than in the ordinary of nature's cell work. Oh, it's my to life. I think she means to tangle my eyes too. No, faith, proud mistress, hope not after it. 'Tis not your inky brows, your black silk hair, your bugle eyeballs, nor your cheek of cream that can entain my spirits to your worship. You foolish shepherd, wherefore do you follow her, like foggy south, puffing with wind and rain? You are 1,000 times a proper man than she a woman. 'Tis such fools as you that makes the world full of ill-favored children. 'Tis not her glass, but you that flatters her, and out of you she sees herself more proper than any of her lineaments can show her. But mistress, know yourself down on your knees and thank heaven, fasting for a good man's love. For I must tell you, friendly in your ear, sell while you can. You are not for all markets. Cry the man mercy. Love him, take his offer. Foul is most foul, being foul, to be a scoffer. So, take her to thee, shepherd. Fare you well. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Lorelei Miller. I will be reciting Laertes' monologue from Act 1, Scene 3 of Hamlet. In this monologue, Laertes is telling his sister, Ophelia, to not fall in love with Hamlet, the crown prince of Denmark, since Hamlet's first and foremost duty is to the crown and not to his own desires. These are Laertes' words of caution to her. Think it no more, for nature crescent does not grow alone in thews and bulk, but as this temple waxes, the inward service of the mind and soul grows wide withal. Perhaps he loves you now, and now no soil nor cantel doth besmirch the virtue of his will, but you must fear. His greatness weighed, his will is not his own, for he himself is subject to his birth. He may not, as unvalued persons do, carve for himself, for on his choice depends the safety and health of this whole state. Then, if he says he loves you, it fits your wisdom so far as to believe it, as he in his particular act and place may give his saying deed, which is no further than the main voice of Denmark goes withal. Then weigh what loss your honor may sustain, if with too credent ear you list his songs, or lose your heart, or your chaste treasure open to his unmastered importunity. Fear it, Ophelia, fear it, my dear sister, and keep you in the rear of your affection, out of the shot and danger of desire. The chariest maid is prodigal enough if she unmask her beauty to the moon. Virtue itself scopes not calumnious strokes. The canker galls the infants of the spring too oft before their buttons be disclosed, and in the morn and liquid dew of youth, contagious blastments are most eminent. Be wary, best safety lies in fear. Youth to itself rebels, though none else near.
Hi, my name is Lorelei Fulmer, and I am doing Act 3, Scene 5 of As You Like It. In this monologue, Phoebe is telling Sylvius that she does not love Ganymede, although she does. Think not I loved him, though I asked for him. 'Tis but a peevish boy. Yet he talks well. But what care I for words? Yet words do well when he who speaks them pleases those that hear. It is a pretty youth. Not very pretty, but sure he's proud. And yet his pride becomes him. He'll make a proper man. The best thing in him is his complexion, and faster than his tongue did make offense, his eye did heal it up. He is not very tall, yet for his years he's tall. His leg is but so-so, and yet 'tis well. There's a pretty redness in his lip, a little riper and more lusty red than that mixed in his cheek. 'Twas just the difference between the constant red and the mingled damask. There be some women, Sylvius, had they marked him, in parcels as I did, would have gone near to fall in love with him. But for my part, I love him not, nor hate him not. And yet I have more cause to hate him than to love him. For what had he to do to chide at me? He said mine eyes black and my hair black, and now I am remembered, scorned at me. I marvel why I answer not again. But all is one. A minute is no quittance. I'll write him a very taunting letter, and thou shalt bear it. Wilt thou, Sylvius? Thank you.
Hi, my name is Amy Bentley, and I'm from the Alexander Early College, and today I'm going to be performing Ophelia from Shakespeare's Hamlet, Act 4, Scene 5. And in this scene, we see Ophelia break down as a character as she suffers the rejection of Hamlet and the loss of her father. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. How should I your true love know from another one? By his cockle, bat, and staff, and his sandal shoon. Say you, nay pray you mark, he is dead and gone, lady, he is dead and gone. At his head a grass-green turf, and his heels of stone. For you mark, white as shroud as the mountain snow, larded with sweet flowers, which bewept to the grave did not go, with true love showers. Well, God dealed you. They say the owl was a baker's daughter. Lord, we know what we are, but not what we may be. God be at your table. Pray, let's have no words of this. But when they ask you what it means, say you this. Tomorrow is St. Valentine's Day, all in the morning bedtime, and I made at your window to be your Valentine. Then up he rose and donned his clothes and doffed the chamber door. Let him the maid that out a maid never departed more. Indeed, without an oath, I'll make an end on it. By just and by St. Charity, you'll lack and fie for shame. Young men will do it if they come to it, but cock they are to blame. Quoth she, before you tumbled me, you promised me to wed. He answered, so would I have done by yonder sun, and thou hast not come to my bed. Oh, I hope all will be well. We must be patient, but I cannot choose but weep to think they would lay him in the cold ground. My brother shall know of it. And so I thank you for your good counsel. Come, my coach. Good night, ladies. Good night, sweet ladies. Good night. Good night. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Haley Marshall, and I will be performing a monologue from the play Cymbeline. I will be playing the role of Imogen. In this act, Imogen's husband sent a letter to a guy named, he was like their servant, and he said that the servant needed to kill Imogen. The servant did not want to do that, so instead he gave her a disguise to dress as a man and escaped to a place called Milford. I see a man's life as a tedious one. I've tired myself, and for 2 nights together have made the ground my bed. I should be sick, but that my resolution helps me. Milford, when from the mountaintops Pisanio showed thee, thou wast within a ken. O Jove, I think foundations fly the wretched. Such, I mean, where they should be relieved. 2 beggars told me I could not miss my way. Will poor folks lie that have afflictions on them, knowing 'tis a punishment or trial? Yes, no wonder when rich ones scarce tell true. To lie, to lapse in fullness is sorer than to lie for need, and falsehood is worse in kings than beggars. My dear Lord, thou art one of the false ones. Now I think on thee, my hunger's gone. But even before, I was at point to sink for food. But what is this? Here's a path to it. 'Tis some savage hold. I dare not call. I were best not call. Yet famine, ere clean it overthrown nature makes it valiant. Plenty and peace breeds cowards, but hardness ever of hardiness is mother. Ho! Who's here? If anything that's civil, speak. If savage, take or lend. Ho! No answer? Then I'll enter. Best draw my sword, and if mine enemy but fear the sword like me, he'll scarcely look on it. Such a foe, good heavens!
Hi, I'm Catherine Bonilla, and I'm with Alexander Early College. I will be doing a monologue from Julius Caesar, from Marcus Brutus, Act 2, Scene 1. Our course will seem too bloody, Caius Cassius, to cut the head off and hack the limbs like wrath and death and envy afterward. For Antony is but a limb of Caesar. Let's be sacrificers, not butchers, Caius. We all stand up against the spirit of Caesar, and in the spirit of men there is no blood. Oh, that we then could come by Caesar's spirit. and not dismember Caesar. But alas, Caesar must bleed for it. And gentle friends, let's kill him boldly, not wrathfully. Let's carve him as a dish fit for the gods, not hew him as a carcass fit for hounds. And let our hearts, as subtle masters do, stir up their servants to an act of rage, and after seem to chide 'em. This will make our purpose necessary, not envious, which so appearing to the common eye. We will be seen as purgers, not murderers. And for Mark Antony, think not of him, for he can do no more than Caesar's arm when Caesar's head is off. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alexis Gunn. I go to East Wilkes High, and I will be playing as Robin Goodfellow from A Midsummer Night's Dream, Act 5, Scene 1. To set it up, the Duke of Athens is getting married to the Queen of the Amazon, and they want to have a special play to celebrate their wedding. So they go through all these plays, and they don't like any of them. So they ask these 6 craftsmen if they could do a play for them. After the play is over, Robin comes onto the stage and asks for your forgiveness and to not be offended by the things he said. If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. In this weak and idle theme, no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am, an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call, so good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends. Thank you.
My name is Abby Gregg. I'm from High Barton High School, and today I'll be performing a portion of Mark Antony's speech from Julius Caesar, Act 3, Scene 2. This scene starts at the mighty Caesar's funeral. Right before Mark Antony's speech, Marcus Brutus gives a speech of his own, explaining to the people of Rome how Caesar's death was a necessity for the greater good of Rome for their health. Brutus then leaves, trusting that Mark Antony will keep his word to not speak ill about Brutus or his conspirators. Unfortunately for Brutus, that's exactly what Mark Antony does. In fact, Antony gets up there and tells everyone in Rome what he believes is true, which is that Brutus and his conspirators murdered Caesar in cold blood for power. If you have tears, prepare to shed them now. You all do know this mantle. I remember the first time ever Caesar put it on. 'Twas on a summer's evening in his tent. That day he overcame the Nervii. Look, in this place ran Cassius his dagger through. See what a rent the impious Casca made. Through this the well-beloved Brutus stabbed, and as he plucked his cursed steel away, mark how the blood of Caesar followed it, as rushing out of doors to be resolved, whether Brutus so unkindly knocked or no. For Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. Judge, O you gods, how dearly Caesar loved him. This was the most unkindest cut of all, for when the noble Caesar saw him stab, ingratitude, more strong than traitor's arms, quite vanquished him. Then burst his mighty heart, and muffling up his face into his mantle, even at the base of Pompey's statue, which all the while ran blood, great Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall it was, my countrymen. Then I and you and all of us fell down, whilst bloody treason flourished over us. Oh, now you weep, and I perceive you feel the dint of pity. These are gracious drops. What weep you when you but perceive our Caesar's vesture wounded? Look you here. Here is himself marred, as you see, with traitors.
Hi, my name is CJ Walker, and I'm from High Brighton High School. I'll be performing my monologue from Act 2, Scene 1 of A Midsummer Night's Dream. In this scene, Puck is introducing himself to an attendant of Titania, the Queen of the Fairies. Scene. Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. And sometimes lurk I in a gospel's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometime for her 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her bum, and down topples she, and Taylor cries. And the whole court hold their hips and laugh, and fall into a cough, and waxen in their mirth and knees, and swear a merrier hour was never wasted there. Oh, but room, fairy, here comes Oberon. Scene.
Hi, my name is Hiram Earl. I'm from Honor Academy. My character is Shylock from The Merchant of Venice. Shylock has recently loaned money to a merchant named Antonio, who has previously treated him like a dirtbag. Antonio fails to pay back Shylock, and now Shylock is explaining why he is pressing charges. And clearly he's annoyed so much that it's not even about the money. To bait fish withal, if it would feed nothing else, it would feed my revenge. He hath disgraced me and given me $500,000, laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains, scorned my nation, thwarted my bargains, cooled my friends, heated mine enemies. And what is his reason? I am a Jew. Hath not a Jew eyes? Hath not a Jew hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions, fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, subject to the same diseases, healed by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as a Christian is? If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? If you wrong us, shall we not revenge? If a Jew wronged a Christian, what is his humility? Revenge. If a Christian wronged a Jew, what is his sufferance by Christian example? Why revenge? The villainy you teach me, I will execute, and it shall go hard, but I will better the instruction.
My name is Micah Earl. I'm from Honor Academy, and my character is Lancelot Gobbo from The Merchant of Venice, Act 2, Scene 2. In this monologue, we find Gobbo considering to run away from his master, Shylock the Jew, or if he should stay with what his conscience says or what the fiend should say. Certainly my conscience will serve me to run from this Jew, my master. The fiend is at mine elbow and tempts me, saying to me, Gobbo, Lancelot Gobbo, good Lancelot, or good Gobbo, or good Lancelot Gobbo. Use your legs, take the stop, run away. My conscience says, no, take heed, honest Lancelot, take heed, honest Gobbo. Or as the forest said, honest Lancelot Gobbo, do not run, scorn running with thy heels. Well, the most courageous fiend bids me pack. Fie, says the fiend, away, says the fiend, for the heavens rouse up a brave mind, says the fiend, and run. Well, my conscience hanging about the neck of my heart says very wisely to me, my honest friend Lancelot, being an honest man's son, or rather an honest woman's son, for indeed my father did something smack. Something grow too, he had a kind of taste. My conscience says, Lancelot, budge not. Budge, says the fiend. Budge not, says my conscience. Conscience, say I, you counsel well. Fiend, say I, you counsel well. To be ruled by my conscience, I should stay with the Jew, who, God bless the mock, is a kind of devil. And to run from the Jew, I should be ruled by the fiend, who, saving your reverence, is the devil himself. Certainly the Jew is the very devil incarnation, and in my conscience is but a kind of hard conscience to offer to counsel me to stay with the Jew. The fiend gives the more friendlier counsel. I will run. Fiend, my heels are at your commandment. I will run.
Hi, my name is Bethany Green, and I am from South Caldwell High School. I am doing Desdemona's monologue from Othello, Act 4, Scene 2. In this monologue, Desdemona is talking to Iago about how she did not cheat on her husband, though her husband believes she did. Oh, good Iago, what shall I do to win my love again? Good friend, go to him, for by the sleight of heaven I know not how I lost him. Here I kneel. If e'er my will did trespass against his love, either in discourse of thought or actual deed, that mine eyes, mine ears, or any thought did trespass against his love, either in discourse of thought, delighted them in any other sense, or that I do not yet and ever did or ever will, though he do shake me off to beggarly divorcement, love him dearly. Comfort forswear me, unkindness may do much, and his unkindness may defeat my life, but never taint my love. I cannot say whore. It does abhor me now I speak the word, to do the act that might the addition earn, not the world's massive vanity can make me. Thank you.
Oh, now you can breathe again. It's over. And the judges get to do whatever it is that judges do. I'll release you for now. It typically takes close to half an hour for them to get their parts done and for me to make the envelopes out to the winners. I invite you to visit the Arts and Crafts Gallery down the hall. There's all kinds of local handmade items in the gift shop for sale. Restrooms are also down the hall along with water fountains. We also have some cookies and some lemonade in the back for you. So make yourselves to home, relax a little while. I'll gather you back when we're ready to announce awards. I am pleased with all of our students' performances, and I know you are too. You have every right to be proud of your students. I'm going to call them up in the reverse order. I'm going to call the Merit Award winners first, and then 6th, 5th, 4th, and on up. As you come up and receive your money, I'd like you to stay on the stage because we will do photos after the event, but also to stay on the stage and to have the judges come up. Were y'all wanting to talk before the awards? Yeah, the judges want to talk to you before the awards while you're all still really happy.
Okay, so first of all, hello. Thank all of y'all for what you've done today and leading up to today. So can we give y'all a hand? And let's introduce ourselves. I'm Josh Yoder.
I'm Edith Pruitt.
And I'm Patrick Longano.
Excellent. So as we were going over our decision-making process back there, it brought me back to a time when I was a 9th grader and I was forced to learn a monologue from Romeo and Juliet in an English class, and I was horrified. It was the hardest thing I'd ever had to do, and I had to, no lie, get up there in front of the class probably 4 times on 4 different days and was unable to get through it. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks. It is, yeah, I could not for the life of me do it. And I know that if I tracked down that English teacher and told her that now I teach theater and that I've been in professional productions, including Shakespeare productions, she would not believe me. So, all of y'all, I feel and I acknowledge and I honor and I am grateful for the guts that you have today to stand up in front of this group of people and to say these wonderful, time-honored, difficult speeches. So I applaud that, and thanks to all of y'all. And then I'm going to say one more thing before I'm taking up too much time here. But the world, no one in the world, with the exception maybe of that English teacher who forced me to learn this monologue, the world is not going to look at you and say, act, right? No one is holding a gun to your head and saying you should do theater. It's actually probably the opposite. So I also just want to acknowledge and honor and thank you all for the drive that got you here to do this today. So, you know, my hat's off to all of y'all. Wonderful work today. And I think that Billy Shakespeare will be pretty proud today.
Yeah. I agree, and I think Josh just says everything that needs to be said in the most perfect way. So I just want to thank you all for letting us have a great time, because we really do have a great time watching you guys. It's just amazing what you do. And so just thank you from us for letting us participate in your joy in doing this. So it's really wonderful. Thank you. I also want to say I'm the general manager of Old Colony Players, and if you want a small paid gig this summer, we do from this day forward our historic outdoor drama, and we're going to be having auditions like May 18th and 19th, right along there. So if any of you want to get paid, we do pay weekly, W-E-A-K-Y-L-Y, weekly. But you will get enough for gas money, at least. If you get a lead role, you get even more than that. So just want to make that invitation to any of you, all of you. So
I just got to tell you guys that, first of all, you guys are really, everybody in this county is blessed to have people like Miss McCoy and Lindsay and over at the Caldwell Arts Council. These opportunities don't come up quite often, and I applaud you guys for seeing the opportunity and taking advantage of it, because so many people do not take advantage of those opportunities. Caldwell Arts Council, if I'm not mistaken, this is the 6th year? The 7th year. This is the 7th year of doing this. The benefactor that they have is just so wonderful and gracious to do this for us. This is 7 years of awarding some scholarship money and that sort of thing to you guys. Just a little bit of insight. It got a lot closer this year. It really did. We looked at a lot of scoring models and that sort of thing back in the back, but the first thing that we noticed is how much tighter the competition has come. And we do have a lot of undergraduates, and I can't wait, whether or not I'm judging it or not. I'd love to sit in the seats wherever I'm going to be watching you guys because I want to see who brings it next year as well. Okay, thank you very much for having me.
The Merit Awards are valued at $50. Students are receiving cash, and the Merit Awards are not in any order. As you come up, please stay on the stage so we can get photos. A Merit Award for Taya Blount. Anahi Cirilo Gomez. I'm sorry, Gonzalez. I should have checked ahead. I apologize. Thank you. Matthew Reed. Congratulations.
Who also got the best award for the best best?
Amanda Lynn. Good job. Lorelei Fulmer. Congratulations. Justin Smith. Congratulations. Marine Ahmed. And Lorelei Miller. Congratulations. And congratulations to all our Merit Award winners.
Good.
Our 6th place award winner for $100 is Simone Miller. Congratulations. Our 5th place award winner for $120 is Talia Earl. Congratulations to you. Our 4th place winner of $140 is Jacob Williams. Congratulations. Our 3rd place winner of $160 is Reagan Connard. Congratulations. Our 2nd place winner with $180 is Catherine McCoy. Congratulations. And our 1st place winner with $200 is Olivia Stegall. Congratulations. It's right over here. Thank you all for participating. We do this every year. You'll hear from me again next year, and I want you to participate again. Thank you all for coming. Now I'll turn it over to the photographers and everyone, and y'all have a wonderful afternoon.
Thanks to the very talented Gregory Knight of Lenoir, North Carolina, for the use of his music in this video.